Monday. Adventures! I'm on my way to the tower as we speak. It's a nice sunny day. Kind of pinkish, but you know, it's all good. What's up? I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the first stream of the week. The first spoiler stream, because yeah, we're going full on into spoilers. For Multiverse of Madness, and we don't have to do. Well, I guess it's not the first one, but it's the first one after last week. We don't have to do members only chat. We're gonna get into it. We got a lot of spicy stuff to get into. I want to talk mostly today about the cameos. Little controversy with the film. I want to know how you guys feel about the cameos. I want to talk about everything I know about the cameos, everything I know about what was cut, when was it cut, what happened, what didn't happen, why didn't it happen, what's still to happen, etc., etc. A lot of fun stuff to get into. I also want to do a giveaway for the Secret Wars trade paperback, because I think we forgot to do that last week. So we'll do that. We'll save plenty of time for Q&A. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good show. Now, I'm on my way to the tower. I'm pulling in. And shut your mouth. I'll see you in a second. That's nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What a glorious day. What a glorious day, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. Good stuff, man. Really good stuff. I just recorded. I just kind of want to talk about it because, like, oh man, I'm such a happy nerd. I don't know if you can tell. I'm such a happy nerd. I recorded the first video in a series that we're doing called The Road to MCU Secret Wars. And that video will be good whether you watch it now or whether, like, right before Secret Wars, the actual event, you, like, watch that, and it's gonna be a whole playlist of, like, different things. This one sort of sets the stage for, like, why, essentially, we now have our Thanos for the next phase of the MCU. We have our Infinity War and Endgame. We have the North Star. We have where all of this is headed. It's very obvious now. It's not clear, all the different elements and how they're going to work together, but it's very obvious that that's where we are going. And oh man, I'm excited. I'm pretty pumped about it. Okay, so that's just kind of want to throw that out there. Also, chat, let me know. Did you guys, do you experience a nice little free comic book day or what? Y'all go to the free comic book day? Let me know. Oh, wait, what? Yo, you motherfuckers gambling? You motherfuckers gambling? Chat. No. Chat, no. Chat, stop it. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down before they... Oh my god, and now I gotta log in. Oh, you guys are getting the extra gambling in. It's not right. It's not right. Shut it down. 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 Boom. Oh, I hope you're happy. Hope you got good rolls. Hope y'all got some rolls. Shit. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted by you gamblers. Okay, so lots of hype. Lots of fun stuff going on. Did you guys go to Free Comic Book Day? Let me tell you. I went to Free Comic Book Day. I picked this up. We also picked up the Spider-Man one. And man, I thought this was a strong little lead-in to Judgment Day. I'm actually kind of excited. I'm going to definitely check out that Judgment Day event. I also got something that I was really, really pumped about, but unfortunately, I have to reveal just a little something about my life. You know? I think sometimes I'm a little too open with you guys. So I got the Multiverse role-playing game for Marvel. And I was like, this is kind of cool, bro. And the dogs thought it was pretty cool, too. Anyway, I still can use most of it. It's just the back pages that got really, really damaged. But it's a RPG that Marvel has coming out, tabletop RPG, and I actually think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to play at least like a playtest version with some people, and get the final version when it comes out as well. So a lot of nerdy stuff, a lot of fun nerdy stuff to talk about and to get into. So very, very hyped up for all of that. Very hyped up. Did y'all go to Free Comic Book Day? Did you go? Did you get some books? Did you support the local shop? What'd you do? Let me know. T-Love, thanks for that, brother. I really appreciate all the support. We'll get into Q&As and the Super Chats at the end of today's stream. Now, before we get into talking about the cameos, which I am quite excited to do, actually. I'm pumped to do this. I think I have a unique perspective on the cameos, etc., etc. I also wanted to talk about how much oodles of money Multiverse of Madness made. Okay. Pretty wild. Massive, massive take. So, opened up to $265 million at the international box office, flies to $450 million globally. Almost a $500 million in the opening weekend without China, which I think is very important. Crushed it, dude. Absolutely crushed it. Now, it came in behind what Spider-Man No Way Home made. Spider-Man No Way Home, I think, opened at $340 million internationally. It's about $150 million behind what Spider-Man No Way Home made. If you look at this, and this is a different article. This is like the old Spider-Man one. It opened at 600.8, third biggest worldwide launch ever. Okay, so massive. But I will say that I think Doctor Strange, especially considering that it's not like that sort of holiday time, right? I mean, this is a massive fucking take, bro. This is huge. And I think that, I think it's pretty much secured in the $1 billion club. It could have a massive drop-off, and we will talk about some of the controversy as well, because it's a controversial film. I made a big video about it yesterday. I really appreciate all the discourse in the comment section about that video that I made as well. I had some people reach out to me and say they really, really enjoyed it. Look, I don't think it's a surprise, but maybe it is to some of you. I loved Multiverse of Madness. I saw it again on Saturday, and man, so when I went in to see it for my second time, what I was really trying to do, honestly, is I was like, okay, were you just enamored by the whole hype machine, the experience? Were you just too like Marvel fanboy, like let's take it easy here, Josh. Like, let's actually watch the film, try to bring all that down and just experience it for what it is. And because I was really trying to figure out, I was like, how much do I like this movie? And I got to tell you, after watching it for the second time, I consider it, and maybe this is a little recency bias, and maybe this won't stand, but as of today, as of right now, I can say this is my second favorite MCU movie behind Infinity War, and it's really close with Winter Soldier. Like, this movie and Winter Soldier are neck and neck for me. And look, we can talk about a lot of that in Q&A or whatever you think. But damn, y'all, I love this movie, right? And so I'm really hyped up that it's making the take that it made. I think it will continue to have a very strong theatrical run, and I think it'll hit a billy. Possibly even 1.1, maybe 1.2, but I don't think it's going to hit towards those No Way Home numbers, which I believe, unless I'm mistaken, made something close to 1.6, right? Somebody in chat helped me out with that, and I can always look it up. I'm right in front of my computer, you know what I mean? But if you could just tell me, that'd be great. Yeah, so I think it's a strong, very, very strong movie. And another big hit for Marvel Studios. So I just wanted to kind of bring that up because we always go over this. It was supposed to be the summer of Morbius, of course. And we were hoping for that Morbius sweep. But alas, 1.89? Hot damn, Spider-Man crushed. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I mean, look, I don't think Multiverse of Madness is going to get close to that. Like, that's just my personal opinion. Like, I think a 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, it has harder competition. The timing of the film just isn't as strong. It's not going to set it up for the success that I think No Way Home had. But I do think you're looking at probably 1.1, 1.2, which is great, which is absolutely phenomenal for the Doctor Strange movie, okay? So, now, before we get into talking about the cameos themselves, and I want to start by talking about the positives in the cameos that were actually in the thing, and then we'll talk about, like, what was cut, is everybody freaking out or whatever. I want to address this idea or this concept that many folks were let down by the movie because of the cameo rumors, okay? And I'd really, really just like to sort of focus in on that. And I would like, and we're going to go to Poll Town on this. Let's go to Poll Town, USA, baby. It's Poll Town time. Were you let down by the cameos in MOM? You let me know. You let me know. I said this in the video that we did yesterday, but, you know, it bears repeating, I think. I am seeing a lot of people online, and I brought it up yesterday, like I did this tweet, everybody like chimed in on like what they thought of the movie and all this, right? I'm seeing a lot of people online claiming that there are people that don't like it because they got too hyped up, or that don't like it because it didn't have every single cameo in there, right? But what is interesting, what I pointed out yesterday was, I see a lot of people claiming that's the opinion that other people have. I actually don't see a lot of people having that opinion. Are there some people that feel that way? Sure. But I'm just not seeing it in the numbers that I'm seeing people say that's the reason. Do you feel me? Like, there's a lot of people saying, yeah, it's just a bunch of people that wanted a cameo fest. Not me, though. I thought it was cool, but it's all those people. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, where are those people, bro? Like, where are those people? You know? I don't know. You guys let me know. I mean, that's what the poll is. That's what this discussion is. I don't know. Perhaps you are seeing something that I am not seeing. Maybe. I honestly don't see a lot of folks with that opinion. You know? So, I don't know. It looks like 70% of you, they're complaining about pacing as well. I know, right? I can do this half day. Yeah, so it looks like 71% of you are saying, no, you were not let down by the cameos. Okay, so let's talk about the cameos in the movie specifically. Then we'll talk about the stuff that wasn't cut. I mean, look, here's the thing. It's so weird to me, because if anybody has a right to be upset about a lack of cameos, it's fucking me, dude. It's me. Okay? I've been following this stuff. I've been, posting about every single possibility, following every single tweet that My Time to Shine Hello, a.k.a. Grace Randolph, farts out. I've been following it all. You know what I mean? I lost $500 because I so believed that Tom Cruise could have been secretly hidden and put into the movie without many scoopers and insiders knowing it, right? And yet, for me, I love the cameos, dude. I love the cameos because I feel like the thing about the cameos in this movie, and maybe you agree, maybe you don't. The thing about the cameos in this movie is they don't feel gratuitous. They don't feel like a fucking crazy cacophony of cameo fan servicey goodness that's blasting all over the place, taken away from the film. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like this is the legit Illuminati of that universe, and they had strong feelings about Steven, what he did, and they fucking killed him. They killed him. Like, to me, the cameos in the movie are perfect because they don't take over the movie, they don't feel forced, and they also tee up the possibilities, dude. Like, I know there are probably some people a little bit disappointed that you didn't get, your Spider-Man, you didn't get your Iron Man, you didn't get your Magneto, et cetera, et cetera. But what this cameo part of this film sets up is the extreme and insane possibilities of various versions of those characters, right? So I see like some people saying like, oh man, like dude, it sucks that like the Illuminati got torched, that they got crushed by Wanda. And I'm like, that's just one Illuminati in an infinite multiverse. Like, why grieve over spilled Black Bolt? You know? Like, why cry over that Reed getting turned into spaghetti when you know there's infinite of them out there? You know? So, for me, like, I think the cameos themselves are great. And also, again, you know, because I watched it again, I was really, like, just trying to, like, get a sense of how I felt about everything. I will tell you, as a big fan of Marvel Comics, like, as a big fan of Marvel Comics, there are little things done in this film that I think are just, they show the love and the appreciation that Feige and his whole team has for every single one of these characters. Like Black Bolt, I didn't even watch the ABC show because it horrified me what I heard was going on in that show. And like, dude, fuck that show. By the way, I actually tried to organize a what's it called? A boycott. I actually tried to do a boycott of that old ABC show, but at the time, like, we had like no subscribers. So I was like, let's boycott, and like 30 other people were like, let's do that, and it didn't matter, right? But I hated the concept, the idea of that show. Black Bolt's fucking awesome in the comic books, and you get a lot of awesomeness in a small time frame with the character. Like when he came up and said, I'm sorry, and it devastated Steven, blew him away into atoms. I was like, holy shit, man. Like, that's Black Bolt. You know what I mean? Like, that's Black Bolt. Incredible. The other one for me that just was so cool, because I felt like Charles was one of the weaker ones. Unfortunately, I do think there was a lot of stuff with Charles that probably got cut, et cetera, et cetera. But Reed Richards, man. Like, bro. I mean, Krasinski as Reed, right? It's been rumored, it's been speculated about. People were making fan art about it years and years and years ago. And look, yeah, he looks like Reed, right? The fan art looks great. But I never was sold on him as that character. I was just like, man, I'd have to see it, you know? To me, it was perfect, bro. He comes out of a weird teleportation thing, clicks off the teleportation thing. He's the one that delivers the line about incursions. He leans forward and even just his mannerisms, the way he speaks, the way he views everything. I thought it was a really nice version of Reed. It felt, to me, better and more appreciative of that character from the comics than any other version of Reed that I'd seen before. And I actually like Goodfried or whatever. I actually like his version of Reed as well. But damn, dude, I thought that was real cool. Now, I went back, and one of the things was because it didn't like really click for me with like Captain Marvel and Peggy Carter. You know what I mean? Like I was, to be honest, like I was a little bit like, oh man, you know. But when I went back and watched it, I was like, dude, Peggy's awesome. She's very different. This is not the Peggy Carter from the What If show. I don't think. I don't think so at all. She's more like hardened. She works. She works in the scene for me. And actually, I really like this version of Captain Marvel too, who, by the way, is totally all about killing motherfuckers. Like she said to him, for now, when he's like, more alive than yours, Steven. She's like, for now. And I think the thing that maybe we're not all grasping about this group of the Illuminati is that that's not a group of heroes in the same way that we have heroes in the 616. Like, first of all, their Steven goes to the Darkhold and goes to the multiverse and crazy things instead of just looking ahead with the time stone and making that sacrifice, right? That Charles is willing to kill. That Black Bolt's willing to kill another hero. That Reed Richards is willing to kill another hero, and they're all willing to lie about it, right? So I know for some people they're like, oh man, like that's Illuminati. Like that's actually kind of a bad Illuminati in my opinion. Like if And obviously, the game of worlds and the collapsing of the multiverse is going to push people to their limits and cause them to, do things that are a little bit out of character. But I think the concept here that's explored is that this is not a good group of folks. Like, very questionable, the morality of that Illuminati, which also is a perfect Easter egg and a setup for the decisions our Illuminati, which I do think is on the way, will have to make. It's crazy. Like, I loved it. Now, the scene itself is obviously tricky, and there's a lot of stuff cut. Okay, a lot of stuff cut. So let's talk about it. Let's start with Tom Cruise. Now, the thing about the Tom Cruise Iron Man thing is, here's the deal. I know more or less for a fact, and some of this actually comes from Skylar Schuler. When I lost the bet to Skylar, I paid him, and we had a conversation. And Skylar actually shared some information with me. Now, one of the things that was interesting was when we made this bet with Skylar, last Monday, he super chatted in and said, trust me, both of our wallets are nervous about this bet. And the reason why is because it was still technically possible right up until that moment that they actually did film secret stuff with Tom Cruise, and they had injected it into the film, maybe after even screenings. That was technically a possibility. And Skylar shared with me that he saw documentation that had Iron Man, Spider-Man, Magneto, and maybe somebody else. I'm blanking on it. And that Marvel was actively engaged in making that a part of the film. In my opinion, pretty strong evidence. Also, some of the best sources that I have had talked about how in the pre-COVID world, Tom Cruise Iron Man was absolutely something they were trying to do. 100% was something they were trying to do. And there was a version of the film that had way more cameos. Way more crazy stuff was absolutely on the table. Now, it would appear that some of this stuff got removed pretty early on. The Tom Cruise thing is interesting because I've heard a lot of different things. I heard that part of this had to do with him butting heads with Feige over contracts, death, and the future. I heard partly this had to do with scheduling conflicts and